I saw that special moment after the game when you came up and took Hannah back and made sure to give her a big hug. What did you tell her in that moment?
I felt like she was, that was one of her complete games. I felt like she showed that she is one of the best bigs. She was one of the best bigs on the floor. And I think she really showed that, her consistency. I thought she defended well, too. I just wanted her to know that, she showed out tonight.
How did she pull off this kind of performance? She's playing here in the Final Four, somebody who's just a sophomore, just was playing over at Cedar Rapids Wash a couple of years ago. And what did she take? What was her mentality coming into this game?
Well, I just kept telling her, I said, when you're as explosive as you can be and you're as quick, you can counter. I said, you're going to play this post, and I think she's pretty doggone good. I said, but you're going to be great and counter with your quickness. And I said, don't you back down. I said, you just go out and you do what you do. This is your moment tonight. And I think she just seemed confident to me. Since we beat LSU, I just felt like the whole group. And what was great tonight, Addie didn't need as many minutes because Hannah was rolling, and Addie got it. The other night when we needed the physical, Hannah took the break. So I was thrilled, but what I told Hannah was I just felt like she was the most consistent and one of the best bigs on the floor tonight.
A few years ago with Caitlin, moments of frustration might have eaten her up or just lingered longer than they did. It seemed like she did a good job between the first and second half of kind of letting that go by the wayside.
She really did. I thought tonight, and we remarked, Coach Fitz actually said as cold as she was, she actually remained pretty composed because she was forcing a few, right? Probably we wished, she would have driven a couple of those long launches. But we've also learned, she's going to come. You don't usually keep her down both halves, right? And I, again, want to marvel at her ability. Both Paige and she had really good games. But I think what was at stake for Caitlin in this type of matchup, all of that, to have to play and lean into that, and she enjoys it, but that's a lot of pressure. And for her to, I think, really come back after a tough first half and that second half to stay grounded like that and to lead them and hit big shots, tremendous growth from that freshman year to now. But I couldn't be prouder of her. And I tell you, my sentimental side, when I step back from coaching, is this moment for her, and I love Paige Beckers. She's great. But I just thought, man, that's a lot on her. I had to turn off ESPN. I didn't do any social media other than post because, and Lisa told them not to do that either, try to stay off. But I wanted her to enjoy the game, and I thought it got kind of hard there with a lot of people squawking.
I just played basketball, I don't know. She's a great basketball player. She got hers for sure, and we just came out with the win. Yes. Okay. Let me think. Okay. She just said, "I'm so proud of you. Now you know what you're capable of." Just stuff like that.
What was that moment like?
Which one? With Coach Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. It was great. She's believed in me all season, and now other people will too.
Hannah, you were so good there out there. You seem like you were just staying calm, and you're in the Final Four. You're a sophomore. How do you maintain your calm in an atmosphere like this, in a game like this?
I think my teammates keep me calm. They've been here for so long, and if they're calm, why shouldn't I be?
You were down. You guys had 12 turnovers in the first half. Didn't shoot the ball great. Still, you're just down 6. Did you like your position at halftime?
I think we were upset at the turnovers. We knew that we needed to limit those in the second half, and we did. And we had some great shots, and they just weren't falling, so we knew that would change as well.
Addie and Kylie both said that Coach Blitter came into the locker room and said,
"We're going to the championship, Hawks." She said that last year too.
How great does that feel?
Well, it feels amazing. It hasn't set in all the way yet, of course. 2 years in a row playing in the national championship is crazy, but especially just as a sophomore, I'm 2 for 2. But I think it's awesome.
You spoke about your team and how it's been such a
I think just giving everything that we've got, especially Gabby Marshall. She's an amazing defender. She'll go out and guard their best player, and she'll give them fits and make them uncomfortable, and I love that about her. Yes.
What does it say about the toughness of the team? And puts Sid in that category as well.
Yeah, I think we're so tough, all of us, especially mentally. We go through a lot, and well, every team does, but I think the ability to bounce back is tremendous.
What did you see in their last play when Connecticut had the ball with 9 seconds left?
What do you mean?
They committed a foul. I just wondered what you saw in that play.
I don't know. I just heard the ref blow the whistle, and I was excited.
The locker room fan was saying that before the game. She told you that this was your moment. Was that a big motivation for you coming into this game today?
Yeah, I guess so. Coach Jay always talks to me before a game and gives me a little motivation to do my best, and I think she's a great coach. I love her as a position coach, and she keeps me confident for sure.
How have you seen yourself grow, especially just throughout the game? I mean, you got some of the best in the Big Ten, and just one of the things that we're definitely going to take that race. How have you seen yourself kind of develop?
I think I learn more about being in the post every single game, especially playing against such amazing players like Angel and Aaliyah, of course. And yeah, I think just learning from everybody around me has been really important. Yes. Yes, I do. Yep, absolutely. The fans love them, they have to say. Yeah, I think it's amazing getting back here back to back. It's really special doing it with these girls again. And I think that we're going to have a lot of fun. We've earned as many minutes as we can play this season, and I think that's the most important.
At what point in the season did you feel like you couldn't have the impact that you really have, especially?
I think right away Caitlin instilled that into me. She's believed in me since the jump, and she's helped me a lot build my confidence.
With back-to-back championships, what did you notice the first time when you were preparing for the game? Are you going to change anything for this game on Sunday? What does that prep like?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. We'll have scout tomorrow and practice, and I think just making sure that we get our rehab in and stuff like that too is important.
Hey, you seem like Caitlin obviously loves the game, and people see her with the emotion, but you just seem like you just enjoy every minute of before, after press conference, games. It's like you're just having fun, and it never seems to be too big a stage for you. Is that just your personality, or do you have worked on it?
I think it's just my personality. God put me here, and I'm just blessed to be here all the time.
Absolutely. I think that was you almost find confidence in that in a way. Yeah, you're disappointed in how you played the first half, but at the same time, it's all right, we know how good you are, you're playing in a game, your season's on the line, 60 seconds left, it's a 1-point game. I think that was the biggest message at halftime. How do you keep yourself even keeled in those moments, take care of the ball, slow down on offense, run on offense.
Yeah.
Be able to execute a lot better, so.
I think after that turnover, I was a bit upset because, it was kind of my fault, and the girls around me just told me to drop it, move on. We still had that defensive play to get a stop, and that's what we did.
We don't win that game without Hannah Stolke, obviously, and I thought she did a good job when some of us were struggling making buckets. I thought she did a great job of, getting to the rim and finishing, so she did tremendous.
You kind of had 11 steals in the first half, and then they didn't affect you guys like that in the second. Was that just a matter of some of them getting in foul trouble where they couldn't be as aggressive on defense?
Maybe. I'm not sure. But I thought we did a better job of, valuing the ball, and we knew if we wanted to win the game, it was going to come down to possessions, rebounding and valuing the ball. And so I thought we did a really good job of taking care of it there. And so maybe it had something to do with that. I don't know. But I'm just proud of the way that, we made better decisions in the second half, I thought.
Kate, of all the elements of the NCAA tournament, the next 48 hours kind of feels like the coolest, where you get a big Final Four win and you usually have to forget about it. It's rare that you get another chance to do that like you guys did last year. What do you feel like is different, and what do you feel like it will help you guys best to turn the page?
Yeah, I mean, it's really late right now. I think it's like almost midnight. So, I think what's best for us right now is to get home as soon as possible and get as much sleep as possible, honestly, And then tomorrow, just taking care of our bodies, taking care of our minds. You can't really, I wouldn't say it's cruel, but you can't really think about this win because you've got to move on, and that's fine. If I have to move on to help us win a national championship, then I'm cool with that. So, we'll focus on South Carolina tomorrow, but at the end of the day, we have all the skills we need, but really it's just taking care of yourself mentally and emotionally, and even though you have to move on, I think it's vital because, we've got a really tough team ahead of us.
Kate, you've played with Gabby for 5 years now, and it seems like there's been several times where she's made huge defensive stops.
Yes.
Throughout her career, but specifically in the last month.
Yeah.
The moving screen, it seemed like it was happening a lot during the game. It wasn't called very much. What was different about this one, and are you surprised that she took it like she did?
Yeah, I'm not surprised that she took it like she did. She comes up huge for us all the time, and she's been having some game-saving blocks lately, so that's been awesome. But I think it just shows, that not everything's going to show up in the stat sheet, what she brings to this team, and she just has brought toughness and grittiness, honestly. And it's not easy to chase around one of the best players in the country the whole entire game and, not get too much credit for her. But I'm so proud of her because, even if, she's not, scoring as many points as whoever, she's still going to work her tail off on defense. And so, on that play, she's trailing Paige on her hip, and Aaliyah moved a little bit, and so it was a moving screen, and they called it, and it was what it was, but it was a huge play, and I'm really proud of her.
And how would you describe the way Gabby stepped up tonight? We've seen it, but tonight specifically when it needed a full team effort to get this job done.
I'm just really proud of her. I thought she stayed really level-headed. I thought she stayed poised down the stretch, and she didn't really let too much get to her. You're going to miss some shots. They're really good inside. UConn is. They played tremendous defense, but I thought she did a good job of attacking, getting to the rim, playing off of 2 feet, and playing controlled, and she got some big buckets when some of us weren't hitting, so I'm really proud of her.
Has she been that poised all season, or is that something that she's even gotten more and more proficient at?
Yeah, I think honestly it's come with more confidence as the year's gone on. She has a 47-point game this year. She's a stud. She's just got to believe in herself, and we know, she knows that we all believe in her so much, and so for her to have that big of a game tonight, score 23 points against one of the best teams in the country, I hope that gives her a lot of confidence.
This game was billed as Caitlin versus Paige, and Coach Bluder was like, it's not. It's the entire team, and it did take an entire team effort for you guys to get the win. Just what does that say about you and the job that everybody did today? Because you said it doesn't all show up on the stat sheet, but everybody contributed.
Yeah, I think that's how it is every single game. That's how it's been every single game the entire season. We don't win any of our games without every single person on this team. The media plays it up for what it has to be for viewership and everything, but we don't win that game without every single person on our bench, every single person in the game, and I thought everybody did a great job of stepping up when they needed to, and I'm really proud of our defensive effort tonight. And so Caitlin and Paige are both great players, and so they deserve their flowers, they deserve their recognition, but also, everybody on UConn deserves their recognition, and everyone on Iowa does too.
Going back to a little bit of Gabby here, there's the T-shirt, what Katie Abramson said about her, pretty eyes, defender, sniper, but soft voice, but then again she's like a killer out there. She's just she'll start talking, which you don't expect, and what is she like defending you even in practice?
Oh yeah. She's annoying actually. You wouldn't think she'd be a good post defender, because I'll try to post her up sometimes, and she is so physical down there. She's a lot stronger than you'd give her credit for. So I mean, she's just a pest because she's never going to give up. She's relentless, and that's what you want on your team, but that's not what you really want to play against, you know? And so it's funny. But yeah, I mean, when she gets fiery, she gets passionate out there, you know, that really encourages us too. And that's like, oh, Gabby means business, so do we, you know? And so it's really cool to see that. And I see that all the time because, you know, she's one of my best friends. And so it's fun when everybody else gets to see that too because she's a freaking stud.
Okay, we didn't.
Connecticut's last possession. 9 seconds left. They have a timeout. They take the ball. What were you guys expecting?
Yeah, we were expecting them to probably get the ball to Paige somehow or get it inside to Aaliyah. And I thought we did a good job of, you know, playing good defense, and they called that moving screen. And
did you see it? See the play?
Yeah. Yeah, it was their play. They were calling pistol. I mean, it's a dribble drive. And then a hammer screen for Paige. They clear out hammer screen for Paige, and Gabby was trailing on Paige's hip, and Aaliyah set a moving screen, and you know that's kind of what happened. But yeah, I thought Gabby came up huge defensively there.
Okay, can you just walk us through those few minutes where you had to leave the court? What you saw out of I was up in the nosebleed, so I didn't even see really what happened.
Yeah.
So what exactly happened, and then when you had to leave the court?
Yeah, I mean, it was just an incidental play, like nothing. Aaliyah's elbow just went down, hit me, and I mean, I've gotten hit in the nose so many times, so I was a little scared, I'm not gonna lie, but I was fine. It was just a nosebleed, and I just wanted to run to the bathroom to make sure that it wasn't broken, and it wasn't, and then I was like, all right, I gotta get back out there, so I came back quick as possible, but honestly, I didn't see what was going on the court because I was in here, so all I saw was these walls, I guess. I don't know.
What did Jada say to you? I saw her come and give you a hug.
Yeah.
What did she say when you came out?
Well, she said that was karma because I tried on my old mask yesterday and then I got elbowed in the face today, so she was like, never do that again, and I was like, you're right, so that was that. Yeah.
Okay, when you talk about those last couple drives you had at the basket,
yeah.
What did you see matchup-wise?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I saw open lanes to the basket, and I wasn't really getting to the rim too much, but I was creating separation in my mid-range game, and I knocked down the shots. I work on those every single day. I work on those all the time, and yeah, so I was happy that I could knock them down.
You know, you have to be ready for that, and that's what I'm just expecting. After every free throw, you know, I want to get every offensive rebound I can, and so, you know, I was crashing pretty hard whether she was going to make it or not, and, you know, I'm just glad to secure that at the end.
What was said at halftime? I mean, it was such a lousy first half by your standards. What happened at halftime?
Yeah, I think our shots weren't necessarily falling like usual in the first half, and that flustered us a little bit. I think we could have drove a bit more, get them in foul trouble, but you know, we have all the confidence in the world. Like, we're in the gym all the time, shooters shoot, and we just kept telling each other, keep shooting. And we were down by 6 at halftime. Like, that's nothing for us. Like, we can score that in a minute, 45 seconds. Like, it's nothing for us. So, you know, we were in it, and we really came out that third quarter, and I think we executed our offense a lot better.
When did you feel the game turn?
Probably the third quarter. You know, I think it was, tied at the end of the third quarter or something. So we won that quarter by 6, and we really just took it possession by possession. And once our shots started falling, you know, I think we got in our groove a bit more.
So what is the secret sauce? You can't say Chicago tonight. What is the secret sauce to all your offensive rebounds? Despite you're tall, but you're not really the tallest player on the floor.
Yeah, I think just having that mentality of who wants it more. I think rebounding, you know, it does have a little bit to do with how big you are or how strong you are, but it is a lot about heart and hustle, and I don't think anyone's getting the rebound besides me, and just having that mentality is what's important.
Speaking of toughness, I feel you, Kate, literally got her nose bloody, and Gabby kind of epitomized the toughness that you needed. How important were the effort of you three on defense, basically doing the gritty things that don't necessarily show up in a stat sheet or aren't very flashy?
Yeah, I think it's so important, and we've all bought into that. Like, we don't care if it's showing up in the stat sheet or not. We want to do anything to help this team win. And, you know, I think we're all about that. That's what our team's about. And Gabby worked her butt off on defense, and she was guarding Paige like the whole game besides when we were in zone. So That's a lot of effort. Paige is one of the best point guards in the country, and she's a great player. So Gabby limited her touches, and I think she played great. And to get that stop at the end.
What is the celebration like for you guys after that game? Because obviously you just beat UConn, you're going to the championship, you beat the dynasty, but you still got one more to go. So what was kind of the celebration like for you, either in the locker room or on the court?
Yeah, it was super exciting, and we're super proud of what we've accomplished. And even though that wasn't our best game, any game down here, that's what's the most important is a W. And we have one more game left, so we're not done yet.
What did you say to Hannah Stolke after that game, after the big performance she had, and doing this in the Final Four as just a sophomore?
Yeah, I mean, Hannah's just an amazing player, and she's done great things, is going to continue to do great things. But we know she's so capable of doing that every single game. And Hannah's so amazing, and one of the big things about her is she needs confidence from us, and she can do that every game. So we just really instill that in her and keep telling her that all the time.
Have you heard the phrase defense wins championships? Okay.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you guys, that's what kept you in the game, right? In that first half?
Yeah.
How have you guys improved defensively to get to this point?
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot with our defense. I think it was all through the season, but it really started against West Virginia, and that was the best defensive team we played all year, and they really flustered us a bit, and our shots weren't falling, and we had to find another way to win, and that's what's most important. And I think we bring that intensity on defense now, and we know that winning a championship doesn't just take offense, but it takes both sides of the floor.